Alright, good morning YouTubers. As posted in the earlier video, probably from today, I picked up the Ghost yesterday. I didn't have a build for it at the time I made that video, but due to insomnia and weird work schedules, I do have a build which you will be seeing on the screen either now or momentarily. Couple things with this ship. It's really cool looking, so let me get that nerd factor out of the way. But on to what you're all here, which is the build that I am going to try later today, hopefully. First off, it is a large ship. You do get the large base, as you see in the picture in the bottom left-hand corner. However, as you notice, it doesn't have a 360 arc naturally. You've got the front primary arc and the special secondary arc, which looks like a torpedo weapon on the base, is when the shuttle is docked. You may shoot out the backside of the ship as well. Now, the shuttle starts docked and everything else. But before we get to that, let's go to why you have to do a couple of things. To get the shuttle docked, you have to have the title card of Phantom, of Ghost, and then you can get the Phantom equipped for the attack shuttle, which I don't have in the picture here because it was late when I started making this. Those two cards are mandatory so that you can dock the attack shuttle into the Ghost, and they're both at 0 points, so it doesn't really matter. You're getting that pretty much for free, that ability. You do have to pay for the attack shuttle's points in your squad and everything of that nature. Between the two ships in this build, you're looking at about 60 something points worth of your list. So if you lose both, that is a huge chunk of your list, but at the same time, you know, hopefully you don't and you get to do some really cool stuff. For this build with the Ghost, I took Can Jarrus because of his ability, which reads, when an enemy ship at range 1 or 2 is attacking, you may spend a focus token. If you do, the attacker rolls 1 fewer attack dice. You have no agility on this ship. You can take an evade and a focus action and target lock, but you have no agility to dodge anything. So that ability is good for defensive tech. Even with 10 hull and 6 shields, you will find that, you know, focused fire will take any heavy ship down, and if you go up against the right list, it can bring this down. The upgrades I went with this for the Ghost was obviously Recon Specialist. When you perform a focus action, assign 1 additional focus token to your ship. This allows for some good defensive and offensive tech. Con going at Pilot Skill 5, which, by the way, you cannot take Veteran Instincts on this ship. No title gives you an elite upgrade card or anything of that nature, so that's kind of where you're stuck at. But the Recon Specialist allows you to have a focus for your attack and your defense. I also took Jan Ors, and that's so that I can assign an evade token for one of the free focus tokens I got off the Recon Specialist, so very similar to the Fat Han build. The next thing I did at 3 points is take the Dorsal Turret upgrade card. It is one of the new upgrade cards for the ship that came with this grouping, and it reads, at attack 1 ship even outside of your firing arc, and if you attack that ship at range 1, roll 1 additional attack dice or die. Not having a 360 arc on this ship, this will be huge, especially since, you know, you're probably going to be at range 1 or 2 most of the game. And then when your shuttle isn't docked, you still can attack 365 degrees. The last upgrade I took for the Ghost itself, or the VCX 100, which I just titled the Ghost because I took the upgrade card, is Enhanced Scopes, and that reads, during your activation phase, treat your pilot skill as 0. Now, I took this with the thought of, okay, I'm pilot skill 5 on Khan, or Kanan, however you say it. If I'm getting it wrong, I do apologize. But being at pilot skill 5, you're middle of the road for when you're going to move and when you're going to attack. But if you activated 0, you're probably going to activate first, unless there's another ship with this upgrade card. But being able to activate first, you can then move your large base, put it wherever you want it, possibly allowing them to bump you or anything else, and then they can't attack you. Also, you can then deploy your attack shuttle after you've moved, or after your movement is done, and then you can put the attack shuttle wherever it needs to go, which allows for additional blocking. Or don't deploy the attack shuttle. It's entirely up to you. But that's the build for the Ghost itself. Now on the shuttle, for the pilot of the shuttle, I went with Sabian Wren. Her ability reads, immediately before you reveal your maneuver, you may perform a free boost or barrel roll action. This is huge for getting you out of the way of asteroids or other ships that may be trying to block you. And she again comes in at a pilot skill 5. You can take veteran instincts on her. If you've got the point left, it may not be a bad idea. I was stretching for points at this one, so I just went with what I had. I may work this build a little bit differently after playtesting it to put vet instincts on her, which would give her a 7, but we'll see. 3 attack dice, 2 defensive dice, 2 hull, and 2 shields. So this isn't your tank ship. This is your drop it out and shoot the heck out of something ship. For the upgrade cards, I also went with Dorsal Torrent for the same reason of, you know, you can at least shoot things behind you. The other card I took was Zeb Aurelos, and his card reads, enemy ships inside your firing arc that are touching are not considered to be touching you when either you or they activate during the combat phase. It will allow you to shoot them, hopefully before they can shoot you, obviously. But if they're touching your base, at least that way you can still shoot at them, especially if it's down to that last few ships and they've tried to bump you to prevent you from damaging them any further. I haven't played this. I plan on playing it hopefully later today. We'll see. But like I said, this is just the build that I've come up with. Throw some builds back at me. See what y'all think. I really think this could be... this ship is really cool for Rebels. It came with a lot of cool upgrade cards. Shoot me your upgrades in the comments section below. Also, some shout outs to some other great X-Wing channels. Michael von Riegen, and if I'm butchering your name, I apologize. He's German, I believe, and puts out some really cool X-Wing videos. Arm Miniatures Painting Services also puts out some really cool videos. Northern Gaming, or Wookiees on X-Wings, Cardboard Dungeon. All these channels put out really good reviews. Go ahead and check them out and see what they've got to say on a lot of these builds. I'm sure many of them will be putting out videos here in the next few days. But again, these are great ships. I hope to have a review of it after I get some games in, and we will see what happens from there. Leave your comments below on how you would change the build of these two ships. What ships would you take with them? For fillers, I'm mainly thinking about Z95 Headhunters. But what would y'all take? What has y'all's builds been with these? Let's discuss this in the comments section below. Make your own videos to, you know, keep the community going as well. At any rate, if y'all have any questions, leave them down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and fly casual.